not so sure about that. I'll take things that didn't happen for 500. That said, allow me to give you 4 reasons why it's the case that abortion is morally impermissible. And the first 3 reasons will demonstrate how the pre-sentient fetus is significantly harmed by abortion. The first way in which the pre-sentient fetus is harmed is counterfactual harm. And counterfactual harm states that a being is harmed if and only if a being is worse off than they would have been had X action not occurred. In this case, this means that the pre-sentient fetus is worse off in the world where they're aborted than in the world where they're not aborted, because if aborted, the pre-sentient fetus does not have the ability to actualize the extent of its rational capacity. And the reason why depriving someone of actualizing the extent of their rational capacity is harmful is because rationality is a necessary condition for things like love, moral agency, and consent, which are all intrinsically valuable. Secondly, the pre-sentient fetus experiences the harm of impairment, and impairment is when an action causes a detrimental effect to one's development. An example of this would be to think about years back where women used to take the drug thalidomide to help them with their morning sickness, and it caused their children to be born with no arms or legs. In this case, it would be harmful because the kids had a detrimental effect to their development. And it's the case that if the pre-sentient fetus is aborted, it experiences the greatest impairment or detriment to its development, because it's the case that if aborted, it dies, and if it dies, its ability to develop ceases, which is the greatest detriment to one's development. Thirdly, the pre-sentient fetus is harmed via deprivation. And the philosopher Don Marquis demonstrates this when he asks the question, why is it wrong to take someone's life? In response to this, some people say that it's wrong to take someone's life because of the pain that the victim will experience. But if it was the case that we could take someone's life with no pain, would it still be wrong? The answer is likely yes. Another response to this question is that it's wrong to take someone's life because the friends and family of the victim will be extremely sad. But what if it was the case that the victim was a hermit and didn't have any friends or family? Would it still be wrong to take their life? And the answer would likely be yes. That's why Don Marquis asserts that it's wrong to take someone's life because it deprives them of their valuable future experiences. For reference, valuable future experiences could be things like going to college, starting a family, writing a book, becoming a sassy talk show host, and so on and so forth. But it's the case that if someone dies, they lose out on all those things and all possible valuable future experiences. And this is one reason why people find terminal illnesses so harmful, because they know that the person who gets the terminal illness, they are being deprived of experiences that they could have had. Thus, Don Marquis asserts that if it's the case that depriving someone of their valuable future experiences constitutes a sufficient reason for why it's wrong to take their life, then it would follow that it's wrong to take the fetus's life because they have valuable future experiences just like ours.